Hello and welcome back to the Ignited. It is such a pleasure to see all of you. It has been some time for us, so you'll forgive us as we forget and pick up some notes and things like that to remember certain names, places, events. But for you, it should have only been about 2 weeks, so we appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the people that you're actually here to see, our players.
I think we've got a problem, a pretty big problem if there are people spying on us in the night. Help.
That is a pretty big problem. Maybe somebody here has a bounty on their head still.
Well, hey there, everybody. I'm Az, or as I was on social media, because I think I'm funny. And, Qztyl, Palmer, just librarian, and things. Yeah, those are bad. We should make a break for it. We should run. Running's always an option. With Basilisks.
Hello, everybody. I am the Azure Butterfly, or Azure for short, or simply Rachel. You can find me at the Azure Butterfly on places like Blue Sky and Twitch.tv. I'm a variety streamer over there. I'm also the production coordinator here on the Rolling Nomads. And this time zone, I will be playing Zahratra, a warlock from Amonkhet. And everything's fine. Nothing else can go wrong at all.
I suppose we will see about that. For the time being, let's go ahead and jump into this episode of The Ignited. So we begin each episode, as we always do, with a recap. Now, because it has been some time and I am not entirely cruel, I will take care of the recap myself. We've gone over our notes and collectively gotten where our players have left off. But to give you a quick summary of where we have been, where we're going. Our heroes have committed a jailbreak, stayed with the slick shots, and upon waking up last time we saw them, they realized that perhaps Qztyl spoke up a bit too much about their allegiances to a specific guild or group or organization, however you want to put it, over on Ravnica. Now, Kenshin did his best to sort of act the parent in that way and keep things under wraps, but as they woke up, it seemed that at least one person had their ears peaked up the night that Qztyl was letting some things slip. Upon waking, this individual passed Qztyl a note that simply said Saddlebrush, and that he would be there. I'm not entirely sure what that would mean, but that is the goal in the current moment, is to head to Saddlebrush. As they departed the slick shots, they determined they spread out their options. Essentially, they know that Oko is on the plane, someone who could teach them to planeswalk, someone that could teach them how to get back home. But Qztyl is remiss to ally themselves with Oko, because Oko is, as they have said, a criminal who has caused a great deal of destruction and mayhem on another plane already. So their other option is to head to this Saddlebrush and see what that might have in store for them. They encountered, as they were heading out to basically go rent some mounts, an individual who's also heading out to Saddlebrush. After some, let's be frank, poor negotiation skills, they've determined that they were going to be providing security due to an individual that has a wanted poster that the group had found. Rakdos, also from Ravnica, who also appears to be on plane, has been harrowing and harassing certain caravans and carriages that are on their way in and out of Prosperity. They are to protect this individual on his journey, and from there it's kind of left ambiguous of what they're going to do, because let's be honest, I don't know if they're going to stick to their contract. As they traveled, they noticeably did not spread out or keep security, much to this individual's chagrin, and discussed their options, where they were headed, what they were going to do, so on and so forth. They got to know each other a little more, which is altogether nice. Not for the client, though. Once they stopped, he made a point to distance himself from their camp, a little bit frustrated with their work on the day prior. And as they all sat down and have a discussion, they noticed something watching them on the hill in the distance. Now, our heroes moved quickly and stealthily, and moved in to dispatch this and to capture this creature very swiftly. They determined that it was a small skeleton, and as they attacked it, before any attacks could land a hit on it, it collapsed into a pile of bones and a flash of green flame, and now lies in a pile in front of them. And that is where we will pick up now with our heroes. Dear heroes, this is the scene in front of you. A pile of bones, small, scattered along in a small pile. You are all together. What will you do?
Zahratra will approach the pile of bones and kneel, kind of inspecting them as best as she can to see if there's any sort of lingering magic that she could see, or whatever might stand out. What was putting this thing together to begin with?
Do you have anything you'd like to do in particular about this? Is this detect magic, or is this just a check you would like to make?
Just a general check based on her knowledge and understanding of how stuff like this would work on Amonkhet at the very least.
Give me an Arcana check.
Qztyl, do you know what this is?
If I recall correctly, we inspected it last time and found it to be necromantic.
Correct.
I don't deal in necromancy, so I'm not entirely sure.
15 total.
15. Not entirely sure what exactly this is. I mean, you're familiar with the dead. You know it is necromantic in nature. But it has, to what you can tell off of just looking at it, its bones are very clean. It doesn't have any like decaying or rotting flesh. It's not like the wandering, the curse of the wandering out in the deserts of Amonkhet, where they are rotting corpses or anything like that. This is not even an embalmed. It's just bone. It's just dry, cleaned, bleached bone. You know that it would be necromantic in its magic, but that's about it.
Quite curious. This thing was spying on us, would you all agree?
It was watching us. I'm certain of that. However, the individual I'm concerned with us running across doesn't really deal in necromancy.
Is there anyone in your books that would?
Qztyl goes to do that motion again and stops. Not that I'm aware of at this time.
What?
But we should let our employer know.
Qztyl, I will say, you do know of some necromancy over on Ravnica, but no sign that you know these individuals. No sign that these individuals are here. The key necromancers that you would know of are the Orzhov, who deal in the spiritual dead, and the ghosts and things like that, and the Golgari, that deal with the rotting dead and sort of make everything a little bit more fungoid and what's the term? Marcelid? Myconid? Mushrooms.
Myconid.
I would like to phone my spouse.
Sure.
Yeah,
My
I'm gonna
goodness.
send that a quick. We'll get a response in 3 to 12 business days.
Whenever you get a response, even if it's near the end of the episode, feel free to just shout out the proper word
Yeah.
for the sake of comedy.
It's going to be dubbed over really weirdly.
Mike in it.
Zahratra will stand back up to her full attention, and the direction that this creature was fleeing from us, is there anything off in the distance? I know it's like dark, but is there anything like flickers of light that wouldn't be starlight?
Sure. You have dark vision, am I correct in that statement?
I'm actually not seeing it, so I guess not.
Intriguing. All right. So, I would like you to give me a perception check, please.
Okay. This is going to be a disadvantage for the nighttime.
Yeah, we'll keep it simple.
18.
Nothing that you can see that terribly far out in the distance. No lights, no markings, no strange outlines.
Interesting. There is nothing that my eyes can see unless anybody can see further than that. But I do not know where this one was fleeing to.
It might have just been a way we did rather viciously attack it.
True enough.
I'm going to go let our employer know.
We should move in a group to be safe.
All right. And Qztyl's just gonna kind of start walking back to see what the employer is doing. Because I don't remember his name.
I don't think it matters.
I
Cool.
believe his name was Simon.
If it wasn't, it is now. You guys make your way. Are you guys moving as a group, or are you just having? Is it just Qztyl?
Zahratra will be following Qztyl unless Qztyl specifically says not to.
Qztyl's just gonna start walking, and if someone joins, hell yeah. If no one joins, okay.
I'll join in the walking.
We grab the bones.
Yeah, I'll be the last one.
Okay.
Like,
Understood.
if someone was to be kidnapped, because they're the last one in the hallway, that would be me.
Understood.
Kenshin is
no,
volunteering to be the damsel in distress.
correct.
Perfect.
Now there was a mention of the bones. Someone just mentioned the bones. Is there any intention to bring those to the employer, or are you leaving those where they are?
Can I bury the bones?
Qztyl asked if we should take the bones.
Might be a good idea to bring them with us, just in case. Maybe our employer knows something about them.
And then we
It
bury
is-
the bones.
It is better to bury them, yes.
If we bury them here, will they come back?
Quite possibly. It depends on spellcaster, really.
Do they deal in
Um,
necromancy?
I don't deal in necromancy. All I know is that things can be scryed upon.
I think whatever it saw, though, it might have already talked about, seeing as how it screamed and then burst apart.
I mean, we were a little hasty, but I still feel like the respectful thing to do would be to bury. That's just me.
We can do both. Why not? We can learn what we can. If our employer knows anything and needs proof of it, then bring it to him, and then we bury and do our due diligence. I'm not sure what respect burials are on this plane or any of yours. They're a little different from my understanding of things.
Yeah, we'll gather the bones up and take them to our employer. If he's still there, hopefully this wasn't all a big distraction or something just to get him or anything. But yeah, let's do that.
At least if he's been taken or killed, there won't be a review of our terrible service.
I don't know what you're talking about. I believe we are doing just fine. We are doing what we were tasked to do.
If we do fail in bringing him over, at least we get a free cart.
Unless they take the cart.
I'll argue that we kind of overachieve. We just scared to death a pile of bones. So
You put it that way, Kenshin, it does not sound as impressive.
So
Or
let's
it destroyed itself because it did not want to be caught.
You guys make your way over to your employer. He set up a tent that is open near the cart itself. You can see he is still lying down. Everyone, give me a perception check.
I just yell his name.
You absolutely may.
Natural 20.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Dirty 20.
No This kind of
Okay.
nullifies the need for your guys'
Aw.
checks. Kenshin, you shout, and he bolts up, confirming that he is still alive. Actually, was just asleep and not dead.
I yelled out Lucas too.
Darn
Hey,
it.
Michael.
A natural 20 got used up on my dice.
It's okay.
It's not a finite amount. You're fine.
Statistically speaking,
You guys, you call out his name. He bolts up and says, huh!
hello.
Must be-
Somebody
will-
was spying on us.
We were doing our job and kept you safe from
Do
the
you
perils of the undead.
There's a pile of bones.
You present this pile of bones. Looks down and just. Thank you?
You're welcome.
Just
We were wondering if you might know what these bones might be doing, spying on us.
I need you to be aware that before it was a pile of bones, it was actually a little small skeletal person who was spying on.
Okay, that
Your
raises
camp.
a little
Yeah.
bit of less question.
So, is there anyone in particular that you are aware of that someone of that nature would be associated with?
Kind of racks his brain a little bit. Early awakening. Asking him to recall anybody who might know necromancy, essentially, across the point of interjunction as he's just now waking up. Yeah, kind of just wipes the sleep from his eyes and says, maybe someone in the Hellspurs?
Right. So, the main reason for my line of questioning is, do we need to pack up our camp and start heading out now?
That's
would you
kind
like
of
to
why I
chat?
hired y'all.
Do that Rakdos guy use skeleton? Little small skeletons?
No, he's more of the demon devil variety.
Well, if it is up to us whether we move on or not, I believe the answer should be yes, considering regardless, our position is compromised.
Correct.
We should not stay here.
All right, back up. We're going.
Hangs his head and begins to
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
kind of dangerous to travel at night though in the desert, isn't it?
No.
flops back down on his mat and just kind of waits for you guys to make a decision.
I'm packing up my belongings on my basilisk because I don't know the Hellspurs. But they're called the Hellspurs. So, given what I know of Rakdos, I'm going to guess.
Wasn't the Hellspurs what brought us into Bertrand?
No, that's correct.
Okay.
Frankie the Fang was one of the Hellspurs.
Mm.
Well, Frankie's dead, so I don't think it's the Hellspurs. And her group.
Well, was
Okay.
Frankie the overall leader of the Hellspurs, or was she just an underboss of a sort?
Your employer speaks up and says, "No, that Frankie was a sort of underboss."
All right.
Means there's a power vacuum, so please pack up your belongings.
Okay.
Correct.
Sits up again.
This may not be my desert, but I know deserts. I will take the lead as needed.
I will keep a watch on perimeter as we move along.
Well, you don't. There's no like customs here, are there, for burials or anything?
You just kind of just bury your dead. What do you mean, like here, like out in the desert?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just take the bones and walk away.
Kind of a strange look, and you're free to do as you wish. Kenshin, what would you like to do with the bones?
Yeah, I just kind of, walk a few paces away and just dig a little shallow grave, I guess, to place the bones. And, anybody want to join me, that's cool. Otherwise, I'll just say a little prayer for him, for the little guy.
For this, Kenshin, first of all, would anyone like to help Kenshin in taking
Sure.
care of this task?
Zahratra will help in the best ways that she knows how to prepare a body.
For the most part, I'll kind of
That's kind of already bones.
unless you want to take the lead, I would just kind of do what I know is customary to Niquan for what I have at my disposal. So
Yeah, Naman get the dead come back to life and become servants. So this is completely different.
For your knowledge, Kenshin, there's a lot of customs that are done in Equan and that are going to be unavailable to you here. Especially,
I mean, I'm not giving them the whole shebang.
Yeah, there's no like ritual or ceremony treatment. But even like burning of incense to put his soul at peace is something that you would be remiss to do. You have no incense. But yeah, you can bury him. Qztyl, you had something.
While Elosai is watching one side of the camp, Qztyl is watching the other side while sitting on the basilisk, giving him pets.
So, for...
Don't we have a cleric?
Yeah, I'm not
Actually,
that kind of cleric.
in my other possessions, I would like to make note that I have 5 sticks of incense.
Oh, good to know. That is something you can do then. You can put his soul at peace, if you so wish.
Yeah, may I borrow 'em? Or
Of course.
utilize them? I'll repay you later.
No worries.
A single stick would be enough for this sort of ceremony. Elosai, Qztyl, I would need perception checks, but first I need to know. Let's separate you guys by north and south. Who's watching north and who's watching south?
I'll watch north.
I'll watch south.
Easy enough. Perception checks, please.
Sure thing.
Now again, it is dark. Does anyone have dark vision? I believe both of you guys should.
Yeah.
I do not.
Interesting.
Ooh, I thought changelings. I would have figured the changeling would have.
It's like 2 for 2 of like people we think would have had dark vision that don't apparently.
12.
I got another dirty 20. I'm using up all my dirty 20s, so I'm so sorry.
In this, I will hold on to your rolls, Kenshin and Zahratra. As you bury the bones, Kenshin, I would need a survival roll, just to see, because you don't really have the tools to do this. This is desert dirt, and you have no shovel. So I want to see. Let's see how deep you can get them.
Would I be able to give the help action with this, considering my knowledge of desert?
I'm gonna say no because you never had to bury a body. Not for the reasons you think, though.
Say a survival roll.
Yes, please.
12.
Okay, it's certainly not 6 feet deep. Maybe about half that. But it's a small skeleton, small grave. Make it work. Throw the body in, or rather, the bones in. You burn your incense. You hopefully help him to find his soul at peace and his spirit at rest. While this goes on, everyone else gets their things packed up to keep watch, and it's time to leave very soon. Qztyl, with a dirty 20, maybe your eyes are playing tricks on you. But to the south, you think you might see movement along the ridge lines on the horizon. Just swinging left and right. Quickly, but like across the span, judging from the distance you're seeing this at, maybe from the distance of like 500 feet swaying left, 500 feet swaying back right, 500 feet swaying back and forth, back and forth. You're not sure what it is. It's low to the ground.
So like almost serpentine in nature. Like
Perhaps.
ooh. We should go. quickly.
Are we within hearing distance of that?
Of Qztyl? I would imagine so, as you guys are all grouping up. Absolutely.
Then it is time. What do you see?
Something off in the distance. 500 or so feet. I don't like the way it's moving.
I would like to look in that direction.
Survival roll, or actually, give me a perception check. Apologies.
17 plus 3, dirty 20.
You see it. You see what Qztyl is pointing out. You don't gain a whole lot more, but you can see like the shift of darkness move darker here, and then darker here, and then darker here, back and forth, back and forth.
Either this is something that is trying to hide its movements, or it is a beast of some sort. Either way, we should not be here. I agree. But let's mount up.
So just kind of looks down at the basilisk they're sitting on, looks back up.
Yeah.
I'll follow suit.
Back the way, mounted up. Is our employer ready?
Your employer is ready. He does ask you guys basically. So traveling at night, we have no real way of seeing what's in front of us. What's exactly the plan?
I can see.
So you'll take point then?
Yes.
Okay. What was that you mentioned off in the distance? Something. What did it look like?
It was like a snake.
Like a rattleworm?
I don't know what a rattleworm is. I think. Do I know what a rattleworm is?
You have no idea what a rattleworm is. You know what a worm is. WURM. They're the big, giant, snake-like or giant worm-like creatures that the Gruul kind of tame sometimes and use to destroy whole buildings on Ravnica. They are gargantuan. They are huge and gargantuan in size. You know what a worm is. A rattleworm sounds fucking awful.
Yeah.
Could you explain what this creature could be?
I'm really
Yeah.
your all's first contract.
Correct.
Yes.
Y'all never been outside prosperity.
But not in this type of situation.
We've been in Thunder Junction for a
2
day
nights?
and a half. Yeah, 2 nights.
Okay. A rattleworm is it's like a worm. It's a big, large worm, with a big rattle on its end of its tail. It'll let you know it's coming. If you get too close, it'll strike. It sort of does the sound is really the big tail. It sounds a little bit like, well, depending on how far you are, it can sound like a rattle, sound like sand sifting through a sieve, or if you're too close, it'll sound like a bit of thunder, a little bit of a low rumble.
How big do they usually get?
Large enough to swallow us all whole. It's
Okay,
got
then.
a mess of teeth. Kind of technically, I think they're blind, but they can sense things through the shift of the sand. They can
Do we
get,
need some kind of special way of moving on the sand to, like a sand walk of some kind?
so long as we don't get too close to it, we should be just fine.
All right.
What if it gets too close to us?
Well, then it's hunting. That means it's hungry, and that means we don't really have a whole lot of help, a whole lot of hope. Hope y'all are good at fighting.
I've been
Well,
through
it's good at
several
that.
wars.
As good as any.
All the bones.
I survived the trials of Amonkhet. I can survive the worm. Well,
Sure.
I survived most of the trials of Amonkhet.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, little man.
All right, so
Gonna
you're
pat him
gonna
on the
take
shoulder.
point.
Yes.
All right, you've
And
got
Qztyl's just gonna go out front and be like, everything's fine before we ask any more questions because it's gonna take 2.3 seconds for someone to bring up the Vanguard.
so Qztyl, you're taking point. Where is everyone else positioned on this this little caravan?
I'm good. I'm gonna be positioned over to the rear guard.
We should realistically spread through the different corners, so I will take the western guard.
Yeah, I'll go where I'm told.
All of you move throughout this space. I would like a group perception check.
That's a natural one.
I rolled a 24.
Yeah, 13.
17.
Save me.
Hey, Gilbert said group perception check, so we should
Yeah.
You can see Elosai in the rear. Someone riding up behind you.
Hey!
There's a single lantern attached to the side. Looks very strange. It sort of looks like a part of the saddle, sort of near his eyes. But he rides quickly. He's coming up on you. He's far enough to you where you can shout out to him, but depends on how you want to handle the situation.
Hey, stay back. I'm actually going to draw my pistol.
Qztyl's still up at the front ahead. And is keeping an eye out there just in case and seeing how this pans out. If we have to turn about and start firing, we will. So, grabbing that gun they don't know how to use and just getting it ready in case.
Zahratra is readying an Eldritch Blast in case things get messy.
Saying the thunder pistol.
You do this, so you ready your weapons. Do you call your employer to halt, or are you guys continuing along your way while you make these proclamations?
We keep moving.
Yeah. Probably at
Yeah.
like a slightly slower pace so we can assess the situation, but still moving.
Because he's coming the same way that we just left, right?
Mhm.
So, okay.
State your business.
He rides and he calls out, "A traveler, I'm looking for my friend."
Who's your friend?
Any?
So at this point, let me see if I've got this correct. Elosai in the rear, Qztyl, have you fallen back to join us?
I heard we slowed down. Was that incorrect?
I recommended slowing down.
Oh, I
Just-
thought sorry, I must have misheard. I thought you said we were slowing down, so Qztyl would have slowed down to catch back up with everybody if we had slowed down. Otherwise, Qztyl would have stayed where Qztyl was.
Yeah.
You guys absolutely can slow down. Your employer will slow down. That causes, I will say, this individual has not quite slowed to the point of like where he won't be upon you the next few turns. If you'd all like to kind of take up the rear, as there is now maybe a potential threat in the rear, that's perfectly fine as well. I just want to make sure I have who's engaging and who's not.
I'll stay near the employer.
Honestly, I was about to say I'll probably stay near where I am on the western side of the caravan because having a sort of like cone formation around it, just in case. Got to look out for flankers.
I'm gonna echo Qztyl's original question. Who's your friend?
At this point, he comes to a halt, and you guys are maybe 70 feet apart at this point. You can recognize his mount is not similar to yours. He's not riding this sort of rooster basilisk type creature. He rides now what looks like a horse, but covered in scales. And the tail is elongated like a serpent's tail. The head is probably the most disturbing part, as it is also elongated and cranes its neck and bears fangs. You can tell that the head is that of a serpent, a snake's head. Its yellow eyes sort of glowing and sort of twitching as he pulls the reins. It says, it's now standing sideways. You can get a clearer view of this individual as well. He is muscular, a bit different from what you've seen so far on Thunder Junction. He looks like he bears the marks of being from outside this plane. The hands wear some sort of metal gauntlets. He has his hair tied up into a top knot. Kenshin, you recognize the style. He also bears a mask similar to yours that he wears around his neck. He is bare-chested, save for a jacket that he has draped over his shoulders. And there seem to be bits of metal that are either adorned on the sides of his head or embedded. His eyes are sharp red. Very much, I think, Kenshin, you would probably most describe him as either an Oni or a half Oni.
Not the one I recognize, though.
He looks a bit different from what your home would give. He looks more human, but the eyes, the scars, the sort of tattoos that are peeking out from under the gauntlets, it's all bearing the marks of something that is touched by demonic forces.
Well, not to be disrespectful or anything, but be careful with that one.
That is quite the majestic beast you are riding.
I didn't come here to discuss my horse.
Right. If you want to pass out and pass in front of us, you can. And so you can move at your top speed.
My friend and I had a disagreement. I'm wondering if you might have seen him.
Does your friend
What's
have a
it-
name?
Not one that you would know. Smaller. Shorter.
Is it a pile of bones?
He is
Or like a small skeleton?
of the undead variety, yes.
We left him down that way. And he points in the direction that we came from.
He screamed and exploded.
Hmm.
We buried him, assuming that he was now
Dead.
dead.
You buried him.
Insight check, because we just told him his friend is dead, and he's like, yeah, uh-huh.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
sure,
also
we're
like
just
an
being honest. We're just being truthful.
You think you'd be more upset to learn your friend died, though? Like, he's just like, nah,
What is
that's
what is
fine.
death to the dead?
18?
I rolled
Yeah.
a 14.
It's very strange. He doesn't seem to be too... He's not nonplussed about it. He's doesn't seem to be too concerned about it. He's just getting facts at this point. And that fact doesn't seem to bother him. Even the question of, like, you buried him is just probing for more information.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to spot. Like, there hasn't been any wind blowing sand over anything. So, you should be able to spot it pretty easy.
Buried him in a hole in the desert, and you tell me it's not easy to spot?
You can follow
I said it
our path back. But I'd be careful. It seems there's a giant worm of some sort headed this way. So,
Which is why
need
we
to
left.
leave.
I can handle the rattleworm.
I believe you.
He said he exploded and turned to a pile of bones. He turns his mount to face you all, guiding it with the reins. He wouldn't do that unless he was provoked, unless he was attacked. He's not much of a fighter, you see.
I mean, that's fair. He rode up on a group of, 5 people. I don't. Out of character, we didn't attack him, did we? Or did we?
We did.
Oh, you guys
Severely. We just,
Oh.
everybody just started attacking, so we were just like, yeah, let's aim for that thing.
Well, yeah,
Qztyl's very uncomfortable right now because this guy's just trying to get information at this point. So it's like, well, you go away now. Go on.
Shoo-shoo.
Yo, shoo.
And he did just say he can handle the rattleworm, so
Yeah,
we
I'm
might be.
uncomfortable with the situation.
So we're here guiding this this fine man over to his destination, and your friend did spook us as he was spying on us.
Lots of things to be afraid of in this desert.
I agree.
We are new to these parts and did not understand some of the dangers that lurk here, so I could say we were on guard even
There
more
are
so.
many criminals in this place,
Quite a few.
especially along this route.
Kenshin, how well are you hiding your armor? I know that you have an overcoat or a duster on, or a cloak of some sort. If I'm not mistaken, correct?
yeah. I mean, I have a duster on. I'm not like completely trying to hide my armor, but yeah, it's kind of a mesh of Western and Eastern samurai attire. I still have my mask hanging, similar to his. But yeah,
You guys would notice these sharp red eyes. I'm gonna linger over Kenshin. It's nice armor.
thank you. It's nice mask and piercing red eyes.
Smirks a bit. Says, thank you for your kindness. Be safe now.
Are you from around here?
Takes the mask and puts it over his face. It sort of tightens. Unlike the string, it sort of has this metal band that goes around Kenshin, and it sort of clamps down on his face. And there's a bit of a blue glow that glows along the teeth. And when he speaks, the voice is distorted. He says, "Nowhere near." It comes out almost metallic.
Can I do like a check on that, like an Arcana check or something?
Well, describe to me what you want to determine. What is the, what are you going for? What are you determined to check
I
together?
guess. I mean, right? He's weird, half Oni looking thing that's placed here. The mask specifically, and the magic behind it. Yeah, if it just gives any semblance, I guess, to what I know or would know back home.
Give me an insight roll. Yeah, please, an insight check, please.
18 total.
It looks very similar to home, Kenshin, except for the fact that there's more metal, there's more artifice inlaid into this. It's more technological, like the people on Moratath, combined with your culture. And there's a flash as you focus, maybe a bit too hard, on the mask itself. There's like a memory that's not a memory. A distant place. You recognize banners that hold no sway in your home. The tattoos are covered by those metal gauntlets. But they tell a story, and you get pieces of it, and as you focus, you get those flashes, like almost like things you've seen in dreams, but it's simply not possible. A place that feels like home, but isn't. Something that is advanced, something that has changed over the years in between visits, or maybe in your absence. Feels strange.
If I may, I'm not sure where you're headed, and I do apologize for your friend, but can I ask where you're from? Would you be a planeswalker?
He laughs, and it comes out this sort of auto-tuned, shrill, metallic screech.
No. But I call Kamigawa home. At least when I'm not working. I have a job to do here, and then I'm heading back. You look like...
Stops. And turns the mount to the side and says,
You look like you haven't been home in some time.
I'm not. I think Kamigawa isn't my home.
My mistake then. Enjoy the rest of your evening. The sun will be up soon, making your travel a bit easy, I hope. Good luck.
You as well.
and he turns this caustic bronco, tail whipping. He turns away from you and begins to trot away. You can hear that metallic screech as he shouts,
Yeah!
and bolts in the opposite direction.
We should talk real quick.
Well,
Of course.
that was unexpectedly pleasant.
He's
Let's-
he's
Go
not
ahead.
from here, and he plans to go home. We could give this person their money back and just help him with his mission, and hitch a ride with him.
I'm concerned that we just helped him complete this job that he has.
Oh,
I'm not sure that's a concern. We can finish our job. Follow up on Qztyl's tip-off from a certain friend, and continue to... It's best not to change plans right away.
No,
And especially...
he said he's going home, and if we just did his job for him, we could all just go home.
there's still the giant rattleworm headed this way. Maybe. Also, he didn't confirm or deny, he's just like, I can handle the rattleworm. That means that if he decides we're not worth the time, I am not that kind of worm.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me, I guess.
Did y'all kill that bandit?
Bandit.
What was a
Also-
bandit, no?
No!
Why the fuck are we stopped?
I'm
It was just a
continuing to walk.
Okay.
Let- Keep going.
Who was
I
it?
really think we should just drop this guy and go with him, honestly. But that's just
Did he give us his name?
He did not.
Some guy from Kamigawa. Wherever that is.
Wherever the fuck that is. Kenshin, you can of course make rounds and discuss with your friends the prospect of dipping out, of leaving this dude in the desert. if you so choose.
I mean, I'll pitch the idea. Yeah.
We'll say as you guys are traveling, as you guys are getting to a sort of a safer place to rest for either. Well,
I'm
tell me
saying
this.
this out loud too. I don't care if the employee hears or not.
Okay. Tell me this: are you guys making for a safer place to rest, or are you guys just intending on traveling? You guys got enough sleep and said "fuck it" and are going for it.
I'm wanting to go for it, but go ahead.
If
Sorry.
the basilisks start to get tired, Qztyl would like to stop.
Understood.
But other than that, fuck this desert.
My thing is that I don't want to garner a reputation of just dropping contracts because a cool man with cyberware.
But we're all trying to leave
Shows
this
up.
place. Who cares about a reputation?
I do.
We did
don't-
give our word that we would accomplish
Are
this
you
task.
all coming back here? Do we even want to go home? What is our goal?
I've already stated I don't want to go home.
Okay, that's one.
But I will be going where y'all are going. But in even in the short term, a reputation will carry you a long way.
We
You're
do
not
know who we will
convincing me
meet along the
'cause
road.
if we're trying, listen, we're going to some place where they might be friendly, right? Or it could be a trap, and we still have to find however method we want to leave, right? Whether it's Oko learning or it's stealing some software power armor. I don't know what they call it.
A lot of chatter over that way. Everything all right?
We're talking about stuff, but anyway, this person seems to have a ticket seems to do this often,
Mm-hmm.
and we could just skip all of that.
We're already. The thing is that he didn't seem inclined to do anything but search for his friend.
And we killed him, and he was okay
And
with it.
it wasn't his I am 63% sure that it wasn't his friend. I think that was his contract, but that's just on my end of what I saw.
Even better.
Clinical. No,
helped him.
no.
What guarantee do we have that this person would even help us?
Everything takes payment. We
And
already
what
have
do
a
we have?
contract. I am following through with this contract because I do have a reputation to uphold.
I too would like to follow through.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, whatever reputation here in Thunder Junction that y'all
Don't
want
need it
to
in
hold.
Thunder Junction. But
I
if
heard
we
the
have
word
someone-
payment. We're not discussing payment again, are we?
Not from you, no.
All right then.
Now, I will be perfectly honest. Just all this talk of capitalistic stuff is once again making my head spin. I am in this only for my own honor and reputation, as that seems fit.
Honestly, if we did this once, it'll probably happen again. Hopefully not as traumatic as last time. I would prefer it be directed.
Regardless, I'll see it through. But I guess we'll see where honor and reputation gets us.
I'm not going to take this poor man's money and run.
No, we could give the money back.
But then we also leave him stranded.
He
the
bought these
desert.
mounts. And Qztyl's gonna
We-
pet the basilisk because they're doing so good. They've had to walk so far.
Zahratra is going to look towards our employer. They probably look very annoyed at this point, I would
Yeah,
assume.
we're grouped up
Uh-huh.
again.
Grouped up again, tired. He's tired.
All right.
Annoyed is a word.
Does he seem anxious that we might abandon him?
No, he doesn't seem to have picked up on that discussion quite yet.
Okay, he's stupid.
All right.
He's in the
get back
distance,
into
but-
formation. Let's get back into formation, please.
I'm where I'm supposed to be. Qztyl's just at the front, just like,
Yeah, Zahratra will go back to the western defense.
I'm gonna meditate.
Okay, taking up the rear and just entering a meditation. Trusting the Basilisks to guide you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take up the eastern side then.
Understood. So, you all travel. It's not too long before you can find a safer place, sort of the mouth of a cave or a rock network that you can choose to rest. The Basilisks will need to sleep, will need some time to rest. Riding them hard and fast through this is going to be a bit of a detriment. As well, you all can feel the weight of sleep needing to take you. Well, most of you can feel the weight of sleep needing to take you. And so you may stop for the night if you so wish.
Yeah, that seems to be good shelter for us to sleep.
True.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
Zahratra would just wherever is like the best for like looking out into the distance. She's just going to sit there like.
Understood. So is Zahratra taking first watch?
I'll take second.
And who is third? Leaving Kenshin for fourth.
What about Peter?
Your employer will be taking a full night's sleep.
Oh.
This is what he hired you guys for.
Twitter.
Share the
Yes.
load.
Cecil needs his beauty sleep.
So for first watch, I need a perception check, please, from you, Zahratra.
That is 17 plus 3, dirty 20.
The night passes. Those 2 hours go rather quickly. Nothing of note. You pass along over to Elosai. Any words exchanged as you switched guard shifts?
Anything interesting?
I saw some shapes in the sand as they swirled. It was quite beautiful. It reminded me of Amonkhet a little bit. But nothing in particular, no.
Fair enough.
Good luck. I will be near if you need me. Try not to be eaten by a worm.
I'll try not to. Unfortunately, I rolled a 9. I rolled a 2 on the die.
2 hours pass. Keep an eye out. And it's near the end of your guard shift, Elosai, that the sun begins to not crest, but the dark sky becomes a bit lighter. Becomes that sort of darker blue rather than a deep black. You pass over to Qztyl. You may, of course, exchange words.
Thing of note,
Nothing of note.
I miss coffee shops. And just kind of take a seat. And I rolled a 16.
Time passes. It's quiet, Qztyl. As the sun begins to crest, the first light of morning begins to seep in. The guardship begins to close, but the desert is peaceful, calm. The cold is beginning to give way to the warmth of the sun. Maybe you still miss coffee shops, but this is more nature than you've ever had the pleasure of viewing. However you feel about that is up to you. You find it disgusting? there's not much I can do about that. You find it beautiful? Well,
It is beautiful, but it could also just be in a book. At least now I can describe it to the library from a first-hand account.
understood. You pass it over to Kenshin. Any words you might exchange are up to you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Or good night, I guess.
Time is something. I'm going to go be unconscious. Thank you.
Enjoy your 2 hours.
If I planned right, it would be 2 hours and 3 whole minutes, and then Qztyl just passes out.
We'll do this. Kenshin, a perception check, please.
I roll at disadvantage
Why at disadvantage, do you think?
because I want to make some waffles and breakfast for everybody.
Absolutely. I think that with your attention being split, by all means.
I just
You
want,
have-
just make a little
I'll
meal
say
for us.
waffles are
So,
gonna be a bit difficult. Maybe
doesn't
pancakes.
necessarily have just breakfast in
Yeah.
general. Food to.
Yeah, flapjacks have been around for a hot minute. You can absolutely do so.
Okay, well, I was a 13 and a 5. 5 plus perception. 6 total.
6 total. You're more dealing with breakfast, and you can feel and see the beauty of the desert as you prepare breakfast, and it's well, Kenshin, it's
Got
up to
4
you.
shots too.
Absolutely.
We're in everybody's shots. And it's gonna be a beautiful platter for us to enjoy when y'all wake.
This is
It's a
dipping
shame
into the rations a bit more than intended, but by all means. And Kenshin, really the only thing that catches your attention off in the distance as you're plating your meals for everybody. First of all, let me ask you this. There are 4 of you. There's a 5th with your employer. How many plates do you make?
I make 5 plates. It's probably noticeable that the employer probably has a little bit less.
The batter started to run out.
Yeah, I made that plate last, unfortunately.
Mhm,
So.
mhm. Well, with the attention of keeping it warmer the longest, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like some of the burnt pancakes that I made early on probably were swapped out on there. So
Understood. As you're
Yeah.
plating this up, Kenshin, there's something in the distance that does catch your eye. It's far off in the distance, but you can see the rise of some sort of arcing, slithering creature rise up out of the ground and strike the earth.
it sound like thunder.
No, you're far enough where the sound wouldn't travel to you, at least not in any meaningful capacity, but it strikes the earth and you see this arcing, sort of worm-like creature strike. There's a flash of light, and the arc begins to fall.
Like fall over.
Correct.
Oh shit! Nothing. I knew we should have fucking went with him. Oh my jeez.
You may wake up your friends for breakfast.
I'll wake them up. And I'm gonna start thinking of a haiku of what I just witnessed. It was pretty badass. Or at least for what the image I made up in my head of a, yeah.
Zahratra was just like laying straight out on her back, just open-eyed, staring towards the sky, and then she'll just like 90 degrees upright. Good morning. It seems... Oh, breakfast?
Yeah, breakfast. Here's your plate.
Thank you, though I would probably suggest giving me the poorest portion of the cooking just because my taste buds are a little dead.
That just means you need, the most lively portion to revitalize your taste buds.
Is that why there's a shot on the plate?
Well, yeah, everybody gets a shot. It's a morning shot.
Is this a custom I'm not aware of?
I mean, it's been a custom of mine since I've been on the road.
Ah,
I do not know about capitalism, but I believe this whiskey is something that Amonkhet was direly missing.
Just
She'll
give
take
me
a
a
shot.
history check, please.
me?
Yeah.
I don't know what his name was, but I'm pretty sure that worm is dead.
13. Too bad. I'm
Oh.
math gay.
You would know that's not a custom on Elvo, at least not in any countries that you know. That's a Kenshin custom, and what that says about Kenshin's mental health, that's up to you to decide. Well, that's up to you to make assumptions on, but a shot in the morning, that doesn't
We
seem...
listen and don't judge externally.
Zahratra is still new to this alcohol business. She doesn't know the mannerisms of it. By the way, it's our con bonus. That's how many shots we could have before.
How many drinks you can have, yes.
Okay, cool.
So you all rise. Breakfast is had.
I see no reason to linger.
As we check, Qztyl is going to check in with the employer, just to see if he's still alive.
He's still alive. He wakes up and... Breakfast?
Yes, Kenshin.
I smell
made-
flapjacks.
Yes, flapjacks and whiskey, if you are so inclined.
Whiskey in the morning?
Yeah. We missed our night whiskey, but there was a lot going on. So.
Oh, okay.
I could pour you a double shot, though, if you want to catch
No,
up.
no, I wouldn't want to take away from the rations that I purchased. You might need them later. Those might be important. That might be... Who knows when you might need more liquor. He takes the plate and the shot and just sets it on his lap. Kind of looks at everyone else's plate. Furrows his brow a bit and just... Right.
Yours is the warmest.
Zahratra will... I'm not gonna lie. We have been kind of fucking this guy over a little bit. So Zahratra, she tastes some of it, I assume, but not a lot of it. Yeah, and doesn't need a lot. So she'll eat a bit, and then she will hand the employer the rest of her plate, just to be like, we gotta be good to some people.
Why do you need your strength, okay?
I am a thing of undeath tension. I do not need
you
as much
seem
sustenance.
perfectly alive to me. You seem
What?
perfectly
So while
alive.
this is happening,
This-
Qztyl's talking to the employer like, so about how much stock do you normally handle in a quarter? What are your goals for your annual
What are your dividends?
trade? What are your dividends?
As you guys have this discussion, your morning will come to a close and you will set about your journey. And this is where we will take our break. We will see you all very shortly. We'll see you all very soon. We hope you enjoyed looking at our programming and our schedule for this upcoming time. Thank you so much.
America has always been a place where conservatism and religious ideology has been fed by men to the uneducated like milk from their mother's teat. What this breeds is an environment for blind obeisance and ignorant fear, which controls the masses just as much as the blood of the covenant or the barrel of a gun. Men bring the raising of ground and the pillaging of Gaia's bounty, and this has never been more of a threat to the Garu nation than it is now in the days of the apocalypse. However, all of this is where This story begins, but not yet where the tale begins. For that, we will need to reach back through the time and haze of the deep umbra to find the beginning. Walk with me, you little wolf, and reach us through time will show you a story that even ancient Phoenix has forgotten.
Brother, long have you been my warden? Did you think you could stop all of my plans? I know you can feel yourself fading, growing weaker as my contingency unfolds. Brother, don't you see? In the end, we are nothing alike. I know you have assembled your own consortium against me. So, brother, when you fall, just as the shattered gate watched before you, this eternal vanguard and the entire multiverse will contest with my ignited.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed looking at our programming and our upcoming schedule. We're going to jump right back into it. Now, we have our heroes having had breakfast and then heading out. I've had them make some survival rolls across the break. And as you all travel, having rode through the night, and for the most part getting as far as you can before the mounts needed to rest and yourselves needed to rest, it's not too terribly far off from your destination. You guys are headed to Saddlebrush. What that means, well, you don't really know just yet. But as you guys move, the desert is kind. The outskirts is where you're headed. You head toward this ranch. It crests over on the horizon in the distance. You can see this larger building. A gated fence encompassing a large quantity of land. Your employer calls out, "There she is! Saddlebrush, the ranch." Now I should be able to meet who I need to meet. Y'all can wait along the fence line or feel free to join me. It's up to you.
Of business to attend to within Saddlebrush, but we will meet you at the fence as you have requested.
Excellent. Well, it was a interesting road.
We don't have to do unnecessary pleasantries that you don't mean. It's all right.
I appreciate that. And I genuinely mean that. Because y'all were...
We don't have to do unnecessary pleasantries that you do mean, either.
That's probably for the best.
Indeed.
Well, please leave us a 5-star review.
What?
We leaving or
No, you all were supposed to take me back. I don't know what...
Meeting you at the fence?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
After you conclude your business, we conclude our business. Thank
gives
you.
Kenshin kind of a side eye.
in case we find other plans?
What?
Okay.
What?
I got you. All right.
What?
Okay.
Don't mind him.
We will be here.
We will, yeah.
Stay alive.
Right. And he makes his way towards Saddlebrush, leaving you guys, if you wish, to head to the ranch.
Qztyl's gonna pull out the note, look at it one more time. And it just says that he'll be there. Okay.
Alright, who are we meeting?
I don't know.
I thought it was that mouse. Mouse looking.
Squeakers, yes. Squeakers
Squeaker.
gave the information, so we're going to see who Squeakers is sending us to. This is either going to go very poorly, or very well, or middling. I hope for the latter.
I mean, it has to be a trap, right?
I hope for the latter.
The only way we're going to find out is if we go.
Right. Shall we? And Qztyl's gonna head toward the ranch.
Yeah, Zahratra will follow. Close behind.
As will Elosai.
And
You You make your way. It's a simple construction. It's made of wood and looks like it's a bit aged. The fence looks to have been replaced in certain places. Along within the fence, you can see variations, differences of the basilisk roosters that you ride. And by differences, I mean differences in age. There are smaller, little, almost the size of large chickens, and then fully grown basilisk roosters. They run and they roam. You almost seem to play with one another, pecking at each other's feathers and bolting off in the distance. They're quite fast. Some of them, the more rowdy, the smaller, rowdy basilisk roosters, run and pluck at each other's feathers and chase one another. One of them leaps toward the fence, bouncing off of it, and then sort of gliding over its quote-unquote assailant.
Man.
Nimble creatures. On the internal, you can see there are other mounts. Some of the big horns, these furry goat-like creatures as well. You can see a smaller pen with some brush wags. A saddled sort of armadillo-like creature with almost looks like thorns or almost like a tumbleweed of thorns and wooden bits coming out of its back. You
It's rather
head
interesting.
you head toward the door, past the gate. Now, a normal ranch would have the name of the ranch or the family that owns it. This is nothing like that. Travel forward.
If I remember correctly, someone had bought it recently.
Correct.
Yeah.
You make your way up. There's a large porch and a place where you can tie your mounts. Who is the first to knock?
Looking right at Qztyl.
Yeah, Qztyl will take off the hat and approach the door with note in hand and knock.
Here's some footsteps and some shuffling around a bit. A glass breaks. You can hear "Fuck." As something approaches the door and opens. As you can see, there is a man standing now in the doorway. He wears a duster. Looks fresh. Like he hasn't gotten out much. Like it's bought for show more so. You recognize, in even just the short time you've been here, he's wearing his hat wrong. It's a bit too far up on his head. It's that 10-gallon hat that doesn't match the duster or the clothing. Now he's thrown this duster over what looks like his normal garb of this blues and this red sash. And Qztyl, you instantly recognize this individual. It's Ral Zarek, the guildmaster of the Izzet League. A friend of the Vanguard, one of their oldest and most stalwart allies. But he has the hat a bit too high up on his head. He looks very out of place in this Western garb. He cracks the door, showing only about half of his body, and he says, in an accent you can tell is put on. He says, "Howdy, y'all. What can I do you
as
for?"
well?
Good morning to you. My name is Qztyl. Could we please come in? And Qztyl's gonna take out, for the first time, the little signet that has the Vanguard emblem on it. And kind of hold it up. Can I please come in?
Glances down at the signet, kind of glances at your friends and looks about off in the distance. Very quick. I reckon y'all best come inside. And he opens the door for all of you.
Zahratra will enter. No hesitation.
Let's slide on through.
Oh yeah, I'll follow as well. My bad. I was just thinking, yeah, the clothes look funny, so.
You should probably do I know there's not a lot of research on Thunder Junction at this current time, but your hat is wrong, and you're emphasizing there's not that many vowels in howdy.
Closes the door behind all of them. He says, I don't find it necessary to research this fucking backwater. If you don't mind me." He takes off the hat and kind of tosses it off the side. He quickly doffs the duster, and now standing before you is this what looks like an electromancer. There is a metal apparatus around his neck, similar to a mask, but doesn't look like it could be pulled up in front of his face. There's a sort of metallic jar with 3 or 4 prongs coming out of the back, like a backpack. He also, on his hips are 2 sort of gauntlets that would go over his wrists, like oversized bracers almost. He wears golds and reds and blues. The most prominent feature of his form is the streaks of gray that run through his hair. He's a younger man with a dragon-like tattoo along his wrists, this serpent of scales. You recognize Qztyl as an homage to Niv Mizzet. His forearms are exposed. His sleeves only go bound out just above his elbows. Very much Ravnican garb. He looks to all of you and says, I don't necessarily want to be here. Excuse me if I haven't integrated properly.
I don't think any of us...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't think any of us wanted to be here. We all planeswalked.
Okay. That doesn't, what... Are you trying to sympathize with me, empathize with me? What's happening here?
Oh,
yes.
You should be more careful. Due to the nature of this place's feelings on travelers.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. And a prominent figure such as I can't exactly go out very often, so I'm stuck on the outskirts. And despite dealing with, are you serious?
If I might introduce the Guildmaster of the Izzet League.
What's the Izzet League?
What is the Izzet League?
It's one of the guilds of Ravnica.
What?
Oh, you're from
Ravnica
Ravnica as well. Oh.
Interesting.
What is happening
greetings.
right now? Who are you people?
I am
Palmer.
Zahratra.
Okay.
Amonkhet.
All right. So, okay. Reaches out a hand.
She'll take it and squeeze.
Squeezes back. He's not a weak individual by any means. Doesn't. He's got some muscle on him. He shakes and looks at the rest of you.
I don't have a name to give, but you may call me Elosai.
Elosai, pleasure to meet you. He holds out his hand.
Shakes his hand.
I've been trying to think of a name for the environment.
You don't have to give a pseudonym here. You're no longer your undercover persona can be left at the door. You're safe here.
Okay, Kenshin.
Kenshin, pleasure to meet you. So what are you all here for? I recognize your name, Palmer.
Correct.
The archaeologist?
Archivist.
Archivist. The librarian. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I file all of the guild paperwork.
Yes. And we appreciate
every week.
We appreciate that so much.
Mhm.
Sorry, I meet a lot of people, and I've been away for a few months now. So, what can I do you all for? What news from the front do you have? Is this just a touch in, or what's going on here?
We all newly got our spark roughly 3 days ago, and poof, we're here, and we kind of want to leave.
I was undead for a number of decades, apparently, and then got the spark, and now I'm here.
Based on the current feelings of the Eternal Vanguard, I would like to leave immediately to be able to report back whatever is happening here. And once again, this backwater.
You're saying that word again.
But something has occurred with a lot of us. Has anybody else had any weird? Has anything happened in the recent days that you've heard of?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused, Palmer. What? I'm assuming you're heading up this team.
What's the name you're talking?
I was thrown through. I ended up with them. We're in this together now.
Yeah, they showed up in the prison with us, and then we escaped, and then now we are here.
That's what they're doing with planeswalkers, is they're imprisoning them.
That doesn't make any sense. We've been in contact. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. You have worked with us for some time. If we would have known if you're a planeswalker, Palmer. That's not.
It happened. I didn't ask for this to happen. I did not ask to become a planeswalker, but here we are because someone broke into my library. The library where all the sensitive documents are, mind you, and I need to get back to make sure my library is secure.
I'm gonna need you to. Would you like some tea?
Yes, I would love some tea.
Come on, let's go. Let's go grab some tea. He puts his hand on your shoulder, kind of beckons the rest of you, and it sounds like you've had a rough time.
The water is brown here, and
yeah, they don't know what a filtration system is. I know it's hard.
So much sand.
The reason why you wouldn't have known that she was a planeswalker is that our sparks ignited 3 days ago, roughly.
It's a natural spark, not an artificial spark. Something's happening.
We'll get to it in a second. I want to take a seat. I'll make some tea. One thing I do want to clear up, because we've never had the pleasure of working together in person, but I've seen on notes and everything like that. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. Your pronouns. We had you marked as she, they, he, any. But the lazy
Correct.
paperwork happens. Is that correct? Okay, perfect.
Correct.
Any preference in the moment?
I would just like some tea.
Tea. Got it. I understand. No, and I've got filtration here. There's no brown water. You're gonna be just fine.
Thank you.
I start to mist.
He steps off into what can only be gathered as a kitchen. And as you walk through this space, you can see that there is it's a ranch. It's a ranch home. It's made of wood. There's a classic sort of rustic feel to it. But he's outfitted the place with some upgrades, let's call them. There are tubes that run along and that give electricity and light throughout the dark rooms. He sort of hits a button and the electricity sparks a little bit brighter, a little bit more wild, giving some light into the dark area that you're sitting in now. As well, there's a noticeable difference in temperature in this room. it's cooler than it is outside. And there seems to be some sort of machine that's placed into the corner, hooked up as the electric tubes loop down from passing light to the room and into this machine, and it sort of emanates, doesn't blow air or anything like that, but it emanates a cold sort of like a constant ice fixture. It's nice in here. He's taken as much effort. It's like Ravnica away from Ravnica, Qztyl. And anyone who has like knowledge of like things like indoor plumbing and lighting, things like that, you would recognize this these amenities. For anyone who doesn't, from a world that doesn't, such as Amonkhet, Nequan, it's a little bit hit or miss. But yeah, it's pretty foreign to Nequan and Amonkhet.
Is this magic, or is it something else like the guns?
A little bit of both. It's artifice mixed with magic, mixed with my own personal touch of genius.
Interesting. I forgive me, and I'm still learning quite a bit. Like I said, I've spent a number of years still trying to figure out how many undead and unaware. So,
Right. He doesn't seem to like. Zahratra, give me an insight check.
17.
It's not that he doesn't care, it's that he doesn't... It doesn't matter as far as he's concerned. It doesn't... As he's processing information, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. That is not on his... That hasn't reached that point on his list yet. But he makes tea. And he says... So, I only have one brand here, unfortunately. It's hard to get shipments out. But he places cups in front of all of you and pours out of a sort of this little, what looks like a brass kettle. Pours tea. And it comes out in this sort of bluish tint. And he squirts some lemon and it changes color. Just, by all means.
And just sip it and calm down.
Zahratra will take a sip.
As will Elosai.
There's this butterfly tea.
Kind of, yeah. The equivalent, yes, but of Ravnican make.
Interesting.
Do I assume to me it kind of just tastes like warm water?
A little bit. The lemon has a little bit of zest to it. Fortunately, with the muted taste buds, yeah. He kind of sits back in a chair. The chairs are comfortable. They look like they've been reupholstered very recently, and he says, so let's start from the beginning. I'm assuming research team?
No, we all got thrown into jail.
You have all the makings of a research team. I see a librarian, what looks like 2 guards, and he points to Kenshin and Zahratra, and he says, and a field expert, and points to Elosai. What are we doing here? What do you mean not a research team?
I appreciate the pseudo compliment. She's saying that and looking at the Qztyl, like I assume that's a compliment.
If not, no, we were all. Our sparks ignited and we were thrown into the same situation. In the same
Oh, you were
place.
serious. That
Yes.
doesn't make any sense though.
No.
That's not like a logical leap of logic, because if you were to planeswalk here, you would end up in Omenport and then be probably executed.
Correct.
That's what we were told. But we woke up in the desert. Qztyl also woke up in the desert and then disappeared for a bit. And then when we were in jail, they came back.
I do not remember that part, but I only remember Qztyl showing up at the jail.
Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Who's Qztyl? Palmer, got it. Okay,
that's my
Qztyl
first-
Palmer.
I
got
do
it.
have 2 names. You all will call me Palmer because that's what's on the paperwork.
Understood. Copy that. Okay, understood. Continue, please. I apologize.
Armor.
Archivist Palmer, yes. Qztyl, aka Qztyl. No, I'm tracking
And
now.
the pretty much the whole group came from different planes.
Correct.
My spark awoke in the bones of Apsu.
I'm familiar. Been there once. Never want to go again.
Where exactly did you go in the bones?
Some places didn't have indoor plumbing.
That makes sense.
I was fighting for the glory of Hazaret and the gods and perished, and then I awoke to an Amonkhet I did not recognize, and then wound up in the desert here.
There are several centuries missing between that and now.
Okay. Time dilation. Time dilation, or you were...
I was dead.
Okay.
I was dead and unaware.
And so you woke up on your home plane before...
I woke up on
Planeswalker.
Amonkhet, and then
And then planeswalked. Okay, we'll get to that. I think I have a theory. And you?
I fought some Oni, and yeah, I've planeswalked because of my wounds. Maybe. Right?
Okay. No, that all of what you're saying makes sense for the ignition of a spark. What doesn't make sense is how you got past the relays that they've set up in Omenport. There's no... this all sounds normal as it can be. But you shouldn't have been in the desert.
you are, I think, the third person to tell us something along these lines, and we have no answer. We were going to be heading to Omenport eventually to see if we could figure something out.
My plan was to break the relays and try and planeswalk.
Okay. They've got him under pretty heavy guard.
It was a long shot, I am aware.
Yeah.
Could have Doc Orlock snatched us from Omenport?
Doc Orlock? Doc Arlock? Doc who?
A big a bear druid guy? No, don't know him. All right, fair enough.
Like I said, I've been at this post for a number of months. I haven't gotten an opportunity to get out much. I'm on reconnaissance, as a number of us are spread throughout, and kind of integrating, trying to gather if this place how much this place needs to be dealt with.
Are you one of the people that brought capitalism to Amonkhet?
I mean,
Okay, let's...
technically speaking, I mean, yeah, you're welcome.
There's a low growl in her throat.
So are you going to take us home, or?
Well, I is that the goal here? I still don't quite understand what your plan is or what your mission is here.
We were not given.
You weren't given a mission. Yeah. So, as far as if I'm taking you home, I don't have any I planeswalked naturally, and then used my intellect.
You're a planeswalker.
Yes, that's correct.
So you could teach us how to planeswalk.
Oh,
And we could
bitch,
just go
not
home.
Again. Not again.
Not again?
You could just teach us, and we could just go home now. That'll be the end of everything.
But that we would get caught in the relay.
Yes, how did you get past the relays? Roll.
I designed it. They stole my designs, so I know the inner workings of it. There are blind spots where it would pick up, but none of them hit the desert, and they've taken great care. They have researchers that have assessed the same thing, but there are still blind spots, and from what I've mapped, kind of looks around the room and says, I don't have my charts here, but if let's walk and talk.
Okay.
We're going to walk and talk. Yes.
Walks you into another room, and he's got a sort of map of Thunder Junction out on a wall, and he's circled certain areas, and it looks like it's been hand drawn for the most part. And he's circled certain areas, and he says, points in each circle and says, none of these are in your desert. These are all on the outskirts, and especially here, he points what looks like a swampish area, at least as far as Bess is. He's not artistically inclined, but he's made some sketches of what could look like a swamp. And he says, especially here, this is the largest spot where one could. But if you round up here, he points to Omenport, like I did. You have to think quick. You have to lie. You have to hide your face. You have to come in with a disguise. For the most part, it's having help. It's having any sympathizers and manipulating your way past their guard shacks. I got passed through my own wiles. But if all of you came, can you point on the map where you might have shown up?
Looking at the map, is there any way I recognize where we were?
I would like to do the same.
I would say, Zahratra, unfortunately, no. But Elosai, given that you are a ranger and have a knack for distances, for tracking and things like that, you can judge maybe a little bit from where prosperity is on the map, how long it took you, the scale of where the distance is that he's measured out here. Go ahead and give me a survival roll.
21.
Yeah, you're able to kind of point out a rough area of where this would be. You point, and he says, okay, yeah, no, that's not a blind spot, but he does take a bit of chalk and circles it, puts a question mark. Says,
So you take us to one of these blind spots, and then we'll be able to leave? Or we have to destroy Omenport?
no, we're not going to destroy Omenport. That's not, it's reconnaissance. It's not we're supposed to lie low.
Who are we?
The Vanguard. So let me, hold on.
I've heard of the Vanguard.
Brand new.
Brand new.
And new.
Brand new to what?
Had never
But
heard
also-
of any other planes.
So not affiliated with the Vanguard at all, except for you.
Correct.
Okay.
I have no ill feelings with the Vanguard so far, as they haven't done anything to me specifically.
My feelings have already been represented.
I've only known of a mercenary guild called the Vanguard on Alvola. So
Alvola, okay. Okay, so brand new, no affiliation. Palmer.
Oh.
Everyone give me an insight check.
16.
16.
11.
21.
21. The 16 and a 21. The two 16s and a 21. For the 11, for Qztyl, you can see that he looks frustrated. He looks like he's just like ready at the pinch point. He's processing. The two 16s, he just seems like he's gathering information and processing and trying to like weigh options. 21, you can fully see that he's weighing all options. He doesn't know. From his point of view, he's looking at 3 individuals that are unaffiliated that could leak information, go home, cause trouble, like go back to Sparkblind Worlds and cause mayhem. He's weighing all options. And when I say that, I mean he's contemplating. He very, very really is contemplating killing you. But you can see he kind of lets that pass as he continues. He processes all this information very quickly, and he says, "Okay, let's go sit. I need to think for a second, and let's
You're not going to kill it.
No, that's I think out of the question, because I think that I need more answers, and attacking you.
They just want to go home. That's all they want.
Elosai
If you have
does
a,
not
if you
want
have,
to go home, if that does help. I know we've had some issues with Emerald
I-
Forest, so
The
I
Emerald
wouldn't
If I'm
mind
not-
going back to Nikon, but
in my days of travel recently, I had wanted to go back to Amonkhet, but realistically, I just want to find out what happened to my sister. Now, is our unaffiliation causing you undue stress?
A bit, yes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially, he dials back in his head and he says, "You were dead."
Correct. Still, technically, I'm a form of undead.
Okay, so
As far as I'm aware.
let me ask you this: how do you feel about your gods?
I have learned some interesting things.
is going to make direct eye contact with Zahratra and just
I have been made aware of some things that I had not been aware of when I was alive. I'll leave it at that. I know not what I will find. What I will find. I just know
Okay.
what I was raised to believe.
See, this is okay. This is where we get into a little bit more concern. I can't leave it at that. You are coming from a time period where your gods, from what I understand, we don't have those on Ravnica. So the most we've got is legends and myths of certain gods, Ilharg, and the this sort of mole-like creature, but those are old and gone. But there's we don't have those. But so when I say I understand, I don't fully understand. I don't empathize with you. I can't sympathize with you because I don't have that basis. But what I can say is I understand how important those were to you. And with you coming from a time period where those are incredibly important, it's a big part of your culture from what I understand. I'll put it frankly, we killed your gods.
This one has already made me aware. Quite bluntly so.
Well, good.
is sensitive about the topic, but is aware that things went poorly and they need to stay dead.
Well, yes, and your what you refer to as your god pharaoh killed them first.
I feel like
You saw the
Vanguard's
you hold on. This
sensitivity training is like horrible.
this is new. You know of the God Pharaoh. Was the God Pharaohs shown? Did they?
As a note, sensitivity training, I didn't go through that. Seeing as I
It's part
trained
of-
the leaders of the Vanguard, I don't feel a need to have gone through the
You signed off on the
bureaucracy.
paperwork. You signed that.
I lied.
You signed off on it.
I lied. But it's because, again, I trained them. They learned to planeswalk from me. So why would I answer to the bureaucratic bullshit that they're trying to instill on me? Do you see what I mean? It doesn't make sense. If I'm, for all intents and purposes,
are your boss?
no, not my boss. Don't. No, I'm a parent. Thank you. But yes, I saw your god pharaoh. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Believe the term is "do not meet one's heroes."
Yeah, very much so. He was a prick. Your god
It's okay.
pharaoh lied to you. And I'm sorry to be so blunt about this. I am aware of the concept of sensitivity training and what it entails, but I
don't think
need
you are.
I
I
am.
think
and,
you
but
should
I need
probably get somebody from Amonkhet to tell these things, to express.
I could contact Basri. I'm not sure if he wouldn't be able to get here without the relays, and he's kind of an idiot. So he wouldn't be able to sneak past, and he's kind of a moron.
Vanguards are sounding very incompetent. I'll be honest.
No, it's fine. We're just spread a bit thin at the moment, and Captain is gone right now. It runs better when he's here, if I'm being honest. The oversight is kind of needed.
Does the name Bosri sound familiar to me?
Bosri. Bosri Ket came after your time, after you died. So as one of the servant class of the dead, you would have had no inkling, unfortunately.
I think Zahratra is kind of just gonna sit down, and this is the same kind of look that she gave Qztyl when Qztyl told her that Bantu's dead. And
Bosri would be a fantastic person for you to talk to, Zahratra.
Oh no, he's great. He doesn't lie, and he doesn't do subterfuge or stealth or like any type of manipulation, or he's very forthright.
And he did the sensitivity training.
I think he wrote a portion of it.
Yes.
Which is surprising to me because I didn't know he could write in common, so that was interesting to learn. But I am very sorry to break this to you. But your God Pharaoh was a lie.
I was raised since a child to look for the coming of the God Pharaoh, to
he
serve. What did he do? What was the lie? Tell me this, because I will wait to talk more in depth with this Bosri, but we are here now. I want to know.
This is getting a little bit off topic. I think that small bits would probably do best for you.
Very well.
Zahratra, I feel it prevalent to remind you, you don't owe allegiance to this man. And you don't have to listen to him.
No, I must know. I must know. This is important to me. This is important to my situation, to everything that's happening. What was the lie?
Persuasion roll, please.
Nat 20.
He sits down in that chair again. What's this? Your God Pharaoh came to me personally. And Qztyl, this is knowledge I think that you would not even have access to. He says, and for a time, I did his bidding. Because of promises, because of my own hubris, because of ambition. But he lies, and he lied to your entire plane. He rewrote your history. He used the last vestiges of pre-mending magic when he was all but a god to rewrite your history. Do you understand what I mean? He killed your people at the very beginning. The moment he set foot on your plane, he killed everyone above the age of fucking 10 so that he could raise you all in his image.
So that I have it is sitting, she's upright, and she is staring at the table in front of her, shaking as she listens to this.
He rewrote your gods' minds and memories. All but one. And they cared for you and raised you up to learn about this god pharaoh, this messianic figure, and to prepare for his arrival. The trials were a lie. Trials were meant to build him an army so he could steal sparks and steal godhood again. When he came to your plane years later, 3 forgotten gods that he kept in reserve laid waste to your city. Noctimun was nearly destroyed. The Hekma shattered. Kefnet dead. Ronus dead. Your gods died. Were killed by his scorpion, his locust, and his scarab. And
It was all for nothing. Our lives, our
No.
deaths were all for nothing.
not
And
all
I
for
think
nothing.
this, in this moment of rage, I want her to attempt to slam her fist down, but I want this to be the first time that she actually summons her packed weapon. I would like the Khopesh to form within
You slam
the...
your fist down, and it creates a shatter, a break in the table that spiders out. In your fist, you feel your palm split. And there, in a second, a flash, this dark emanation is not your Khopesh, but your sister's. Marked along the edge in black, that gold coloration, those blessings, those prayers to the gods of Amonkhet, and the reverence to the god pharaoh along the blade, sort of emanating glowing white as it coalesces in shadow and then suddenly shrinks into it, and it's in your palm, a normal Khopesh to the untrained eye.
I'm a lot. This is. What is this? What is this? What is this? This is Amalatas.
I'm very sorry. If you want answers, these are the hard truths. I'll ask that you put your weapon away.
She's staring at the blade, and in that moment also looking at her own reflection within the blade, and just... Oh. Even with all the muted sensations that she has, she's feeling right now. But she will, not knowing how to disapparate this weapon, but also I don't think not wanting it to go away, she's just going to lay it flat on her lap.
If you summoned it, if you just calm down, take a few breaths, it should go back. It won't be gone forever. It just put away for now.
Is this a planeswalker thing? And she will take a few breaths and relax herself as best as she can in that moment.
It could very well be. But without further study, without further testing, I don't know.
Okay.
I think we can continue your history. You've calmed down a bit. Can we agree on that?
Yes, I am. Okay.
From outside, as Ral begins to speak again, he is interrupted. A voice that calls out and says,
Strangers! I found my friend.
and Ral looks to all of you and says, you were followed.
It would appear that we were.
Who
Right.
We weren't
the
trying to,
fuck
like,
is at
hide
my
our
door?
accent.
I was mistaken on his relationship to the tiny skeleton, which we fired upon in the desert.
The what?
I believe it's. Kenshin would know more, given his interest in the individual.
Oh, I don't know anything. I mean, he's familiar guard, but besides that, maybe a
Believe-
Voni? I don't
Someone
know.
from Nikwon or
He
I believe he said he was from
from
Kamigawa.
Migawa. I was in the front.
Zahratra will just straight up
Dude,
give a
what-
physical
what-
description
what
of the
did he
guy.
look like? Okay, good. More. And he
I
Just give a
will.
physical description.
I will
Yeah,
change
similar
form
to-
to
Oh
look
God!
like him.
Yeah, that'll do it. Him.
Ral looks at this.
It's okay. Remember, not from Ravnica.
It doesn't matter. That's. I can't go outside.
Yes, correct.
Why not?
Because
That's
it was him
Satoru
that
Mizawa.
is.
Who?
That's
You are the
Satoru
one that-
Mizawa. That's one of Oko's gang.
Oh, we've
I
been.
can't go outside.
He's somebody we've been looking for too, right?
We are not looking
No.
for Oko. That is, Oko
He's
is
a
a problem.
planeswalker that can help.
No,
You
Oko
hear
doesn't
from
have anyone.
outside. There's a call again.
Strangers! Come out. Come out. I'm waiting.
I will.
This one wants to fight.
try to have a conversation.
I'll walk.
Zahratra will stand and say, I will be with you in this.
All right, we can have a conversation. And I switch back to what I would look like before.
Understood.
Given the situation and the tone in this man's voice, I'm going to allow myself to feel the same emotions that I felt there for a second ago, and I'm going to summon the Kopesh.
You do this.
By the way, a note: he did kill a rattler worm.
That tracks. I can't do much. If you guys are in dire danger, I can step in. That's about it. But there's
See how this goes. If we do die, one more thing. About a night ago, we all got a vision about someone trying to bring gods back, and so that's important information.
I
for
need
you
you
on
to
your
live.
research.
I need you to live. I need more. As Kenshin and Zahratra step out, Elosai going shortly behind them. Qztyl, do you go?
Yes, Qztyl is going to step out onto the porch and close the door behind, but just like, yeah, so if we live, I can give you more information about that horrifying aspect of this plane.
You can,
Anyway, and just...
as you step outside, you see him. The man you now know as Satoru Mizawa. Off of his caustic bronco, that strange serpent-like horse. And behind him, on his shoulder, is a pile of bones assembled by green balefire, hanging on to his cloak or his jacket.
Hey,
Sort of
you brought him back.
twirling a sort of small pistol. Sort of just looks like he's having the time of his life. Looks at, kind of twists and turns and looks between you guys and Satoru. And behind them both is a number of undead. Look like they were the forgotten the lost, or the cast-outs into the desert, zombies of Thunder Junction. He looks and he wields a sword. It's sort of polished steel in his left hand. His hand on his belt in his right. As you all step out, he says,
There you are.
Glad you could get your friend back to life.
Is he alright?
he's fine.
Are you alright? And Qztyl's looking at this tiny figure who's twirling a gun. Menacingly, it appears.
Twirls it and then holsters it, and then like hovers at the pistol for a second, twitches his fingers, and then very quickly like puts his thumb out.
Good. I'm glad you're alright. I do apologize. We thought you were one of the individuals we were hired to protect our employer from.
I will say, because I forgot to mention distance, he's calling. He wasn't at the door necessarily. As you guys step out, he's across and at the fence line between like where all of the basilisk roosters are grazing. Hasn't made his way too terribly far up yet. Just for you guys to have a modicum of like where distance is at.
Like stepped
could
off the
just
porch then and is still just saying these things, but like
Mhm.
yelling them across the way.
Move forward. A little bit closer, so.
Where's the man you brought to Saddlebrush?
He's doing his business. We're not supposed to meet him until this evening.
Good. I did hear that this ranch was bought not too long ago. You didn't look like you came into much money.
No, not really.
Be surprised. Though we are broke now, which is why we were escorting that gentleman.
Qztyl, give me a deception check.
Can I give Qztyl the help action?
You would need to speak up and let me know what you want to say. So hold on to your roll, or hold on to that roll, Qztyl. Let's see if we can afford to grant you advantage. What would you like to say, Elosai?
For the love of God.
Could you repeat what you said, by the way, Az?
Oh, you'd be surprised, but we're broke now. That's why we had to take that job, escorting that gentleman.
Yeah, when we came to town, we had nothing. So we took this job.
Roll again. What you got?
Sorry, nat 20. I got a nat 20 on that second roll. Oh my god. I rolled a 3 the first one.
Excellent. Looks you all over and he says,
Lucky you.
Looking at the expression on your face, I am concerned about what our employer did to you.
Well, so long as you don't stand between me and him, it won't concern you. Where is he now? In town doing
Yeah,
business?
Take him back, so
Take him back.
we're taking him back, right?
Well, don't you worry about that. I'll take him back.
I somehow doubt it, but I am not willing to press on that right now.
Would you lay bare your heart so that we may know your intent?
Lay bare my heart.
give me a persuasion check, Zahratra.
17 plus 3, dirty 20.
Simple enough. I'm gonna kill your ex-employer. I'm gonna take what he's got, and his carriage and his cart, I'm gonna take everything he's got and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go back to my employer. I'm gonna get paid.
Ah.
Nothing that
Now-
needs to concern you. If I go into town, I find out you're lying, and he's holed up in that little ranch house of yours, I'll be back.
I'm not lying. He's further into the ranch.
Gentlemen,
Zahratra is
thank
going
you.
to lean over to Qztyl, and she's going to whisper. Perhaps this is easier for us. In the long run, we have more pressing matters.
We had a contract. We had a contract. We made an accord.
Look at the forces that he has brought with him. We will
Numbering,
have to...
making a count of his horses. Don't mean to interrupt, but making a count of his horses. It's him, this tiny skeleton creature, and about 5 undead at his back.
And he also took out that rattler worm.
I can
Supposedly,
neither confirm nor
potentially.
deny there. What Kenshin saw was the arc of this worm-like creature arc down and then fall.
And a flash of light.
A flash of light.
Yay.
I'm curious though. Was it you that took out that rattler worm?
Saw that, did you?
I want to insight check that man.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
I would like to insight check too.
Yeah. Zahratra will continue her whisper really quick. If you believe that we can take him, I trust your judgment. Just know what you're getting us into.
I rolled a 14.
16.
The 14 is difficult to read, Elosai, and there's a little bit of bite in his voice. It's very possible that, you don't really know what he's capable of. 16, Qztyl. There's more to the story. Maybe he took part in it. But if he's got one friend out, who's to say he doesn't have more? And he doesn't seem like the type to know great magics. He looks like a warrior. He looks like, very similar to Kenshin. He looks like he wields the blade, casts some levels of magic, but doesn't look like a great necromancer. 5 undead is a great deal to summon at one point in time. And they don't seem particularly, fresh.
Yeah.
Like he did it outside of town or he did it on his way here. It looks like he might have go back and meet somebody for these.
Yeah. What was our employer carrying again? He told us.
Charges.
He was picking, charges.
picking
Charges.
up the charges for the thunder charges.
At least that's what he told us, correct? We didn't actually get a... Did we actually get a look at it? I don't think so.
No.
So literally, we are sitting here right now taking words from a stranger about another word about other words from a stranger.
Correct.
A lot of
Your
he said,
DM
she
says,
said going
"Make a
on around here.
choice. Go ahead.
You know what? We said we'd meet him at the fence that evening. So as much as Qztyl hates it, Qztyl will go to the fence that evening. And if he doesn't show up, we go from there. Does it feel gross? Yes, but that is the contract.
You are technically
We'll go
correct,
from
which is
there.
the best sort of correct.
Technically correct.
You're thinking like a bureaucrat now.
Correct.
He looks at all of you.
We're not gonna have any trouble, are we?
As long as you do not give us trouble.
Good.
Are we done here? Because I need to take a bath.
I think we might be.
He takes his blade and sheathes it.
You have a nice day now.
You can see as he turns his left shoulder to you to walk along the fence line and then further into town. This tiny little skeleton creature switches shoulders and leans off the other end and tips his hat. Kind of just watches you as Zahratra walks. The undead begin to
love it.
trail and follow. Do all of you let him pass?
Zahratra will. She will not be the one to take the first shot.
As much as Qztyl hates it, does not think we have a chance.
Yeah,
Need,
let him pass. Alright.
Kenshin?
The details that we were supposed to protect him during the travel.
We're going off technicalities and it feels icky.
Kenshin, do you let him pass?
I walk with him.
You approach.
I'm just accompanying him to the employer.
You begin to step up, and he doesn't turn to face you, but this tiny little skeleton creature pulls out a pistol, kind of aims at you, and Zahratra speaks up and says,
Can I help you?
Well, if you're going to kill my employer, I have to be there to protect them. So I'm coming with you.
He hasn't paid you yet.
Look, I've already tried to convince my companions to drop him. They mentioned honor and reputation. And let's just say they convinced me. So
You want to die this far from home?
I'll be honest, I don't know if I can die. So we'll find out.
Let's find out.
Are we doing this here, or are we
goes
waiting?
to grip his sword.
Oh, well, before we do all that, let's take a shot. Jeez. It might remind us of home a little bit.
Give me a persuasion check.
While this roll is happening, Zahratra is going to lean into Qztyl and be like, I do not think this is going to go well.
Hey, that's a natural 20. Let's just I just want to take a shot. That's all.
I'm
24
going,
total.
I'm going to go inform Raul of the situation.
Okay, you do this. So Qztyl going to go inform Raul. Elosai, Zahratra, what are you guys up to?
I gotta back up. Zaratra's got to back up Kenshin. She said she was going to take the first shot, but if the intent is to attack, she's going to be with her companions.
Okay.
All right, gotta back up. We specifically need to live, so I'm gonna try to make sure that. Yes, I'm gonna try to make sure Kenshin lives.
Understood. Because you run in to inform Raul that there is going to be a dust up. Kenshin, you offer a drink and he chuckles, removes the mask, holds his hand out.
Yeah, I'll pour us a shot of that Nequan wine I got from the Slick Shots. Yeah, Slick Shots.
You do this. He raises the glass and he says, to the Kami, to Kyodai, and to the Emperor, may she never return. He drinks. And that is where we will end today's episode of The Ignited. We will see you guys next time for a dust up. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for playing. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Same place, same heroes. We'll see you then.